Do you watch The Boys?
Yes, I just finished up the last season, most recent season.
She's Firecracker.
Yes. Oh, okay. Damn it. Why'd you bring this up? That show is like, okay, let's do like 5 minutes.
It is fucking genius. I love that show, man.
It's so good, but it's so on the fucking head as far as like the political satire. It's crazy. It's crazy, right?
Is it?
I mean, come on. Like, listen, I'm not a fan of conservatives, okay? But damn it, I'd be blushing writing the script, like some of these scripts on The Boys. Like, just how it's clear that they're all conservatives. Like, all the bad guys are conservatives. And Firecracker absolutely is just like Marjorie Taylor Greene. And they had Victoria Newman, who was, when she first appeared on the show, she was basically the AOC.
Yeah.
But then she just became a regular Democrat. And so I do like that they kind of be like, okay, well, the liberals and conservatives are in on this sort of thing for like soup control. But dude, some of those like infomercials, A Train's a movie.
Saving A Train.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know if you saw this or heard the story. Michael Orr ended up suing them over that movie, saying that it was not a real portrayal of his life.
Oh, yeah. The Blind Side, for sure.
Yeah. That's what it's a spin off of, is The Blind Side. And to me, it was like, oh, okay.
Well, I thought it just was biting off the general like white savior movie of like troubled inner city youth, immense physical talent. White coach comes in and like pulls him out of the ghetto with his mentorship, which is great. Will Ferrell, perfect.
It's The Blind Side. If you think about it, you just described The The Side.
But The Blind Side's been done like 100 times. Like, it's like a trope.
Absolutely. And so, like, when I watch that show, it represents a couple things to me. Homelander is big corporation.
Okay. He's Vought.
Right. Vought is all of the big corporations that are fighting. And that scene, and I don't want to give it away to the viewers that may watch this, but that scene where they're in the mansion.
Uh-huh.
And you hear like the A Train. Like, could you imagine how it felt to be A Train? And you're standing in someone's house that was built on slave catchers, who then turned that into the prison system, and how he made a joke, my granddaddy would have had a hard time catching you.
Yeah. And like, perfect writing. It's even better that this character, and I don't think this is going to be a spoiler, but the character is a Batman type character.
Yeah.
And just in case people don't know about The Boys, it's a spin-off show about superheroes and how they'd be maybe in real life, like how they would be corrupted by money and politics and so on and so forth. So every character that we know and understand in our lives, there's a parallel version of them in The Boys universe. So the Batman parallel in The Boys is a guy by the name of Tech Knight. Mm-hmm. And he's a rich, billionaire tycoon, Cape Crusader, but instead of his money, like the Wayne Foundation being this like altruistic business that helped Gotham, Tech Knight's family gets his money from generations of owning slaves.
and then being the largest
private prison, which is like, my goodness, Rod, how beautiful is that?
It's super dope writing. And I think one of the things that I found really interesting about it, because to me, it's like politics. There are no good guys in that show. And the bad guys weren't always bad. And current bad guys, some of them hate themselves for who they are.
Yeah.
But they're in so deep, the money's so deep, and the machine is running so hard that they know there's nothing they can do but get along.
Right.
But yeah, man, like, she's definitely Firecracker, right? She's just a loudmouth idiot. Knows what she's saying is complete bullshit, completely fine with it. The pedophilia shit that she says, The way that she just made the fact that this lady had an abortion, like she's the scum of the earth because she had an abortion, like and she's not shit. Like she herself ain't shit. Like it's very interesting. I love that show. I watched Gen V too, which is
I haven't seen
another.
it yet. I do want to watch
You
it.
gotta watch it, man. You should have watched it before you watched the fourth season because it goes into parts of what you got in the fourth because Victoria Newman's a part of it.
Oh, okay.
But it's like basically superhero college.
Yeah. Interesting.
Which is and just the lack of morals. These people who are supposed to be the ones that are taking care of us behind the scenes, they don't have any morals. None. I don't know. It's a great show. I hope they can keep the writing up and they can keep the cast together.
Next season of The Boys is the last season. So
I'm glad they'll do that. They should bring it to an end. I don't think that's when they should stretch out, right? Like they need to finish their storyline arc and walk away because it's too good to be sullied by just trying to get money and keep pumping out episodes that don't really do anything. But
yeah. They do some amazing spoofs. A little too close to comfort for me because it's so like it's funny because it's hard to satire what's going on politically because it's already ridiculous. So when they do it, they don't even really add anything else to it other than just changing the names. Or
the Disney approach to some things, right? Like when they're having their conference and they're talking about our lineup, and they're putting on the show. It's just diabolical.
They do the anti-woke puppet show.
That song that the kid had to sing at Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm just like, man, like we just live in a parody world right now.